So my little artwork here, it says you're going to need a bigger bank, because this is a really good method of learning to save your money and be in control of your money. I am not a financial expert, but this really is not my work anyway. It's completely stolen from the people who know the art of saving money, and that would be the Japanese. It's just they have such a beautiful culture of managing their lives and being neat and tidy, and even communities get together and clean the neighborhood and take responsibility, and it's all about responsibility in life and making good choices, and this is one of those things. And I made this for a dear friend who might be able to use this. So yeah, this is a book you fill out once a month, and really helps you get a handle on where the money's coming from and where it's going. Here is the book that I've made for you. And I just print one of these out from my computer every month and fill it out. And this helps us keep control of our spending budget and our plans for the future. So in here, we have the downsides of not saving, such as the time when my husband fell through the attic into the dining room with his legs hanging down, and he cut his face open, and I was afraid to take him to the plastic surgeon because I thought I couldn't afford it. And so he ended up scarred for a long time as a result. So we didn't have a savings set aside. George, thank you for drinking your water right while I'm recording. Anyway, the upsides of saving, George, enough. The upsides of saving, though, are things like we can take trips, or there's less fear associated with not having enough money. Over here we have goals, and this is where you put your dreams. The things like, George, for crying out loud. This is where you put your dreams. I want to buy a house with land and that kind of thing. I just put this here. This is what the Japanese use to categorize each area of their spending. I don't really worry about this, but you could actually mark each of these next to your item if you want to start watching, like, are you spending everything on needs, or is there too many wants, or that kind of thing. Let's just keep moving forward in the meantime. Now, this is all about saving and planning what you need to save up for. Like, you're gonna need to save up for your next car. So you're gonna need to set aside a small amount each month towards that fund. And so you can create different types. Maybe you have separate bank accounts for those things. I have a bank account at, what bank is that called? It used to be called ING, but now it's called Ally Bank, and it's an online bank that I use because they actually pay some interest. And in that account, I can set up different piggies, and the different piggies are little banks. And in one account, you can have as many piggies as you want, and you can have one saved set aside for clothing. I'm going to need vacation money, so I'm going to need money for Jack's college. So we have different piggies for all of those things, and so I separate them out here in my monthly savings categories. And at the end of the month, when there's some money left over, then I make a bank transfer, and I transfer the whole amount to Ally Bank, and then I sort it among the piggies with how much they get. Or you can even have it, if you have separate accounts, you can have it draft the different amounts for you automatically, which is great. Anyway, net worth. So your assets would be things like if you own property or cars or jewelry, or the total of amounts of balances in your bank accounts or your 401ks or retirement savings and that kind of thing. That goes over here. I'm planning on sharing this on the YouTube. So when I do that, I'm going to be explaining this to more people. So that's why I may mention things that don't apply. Anyway, liabilities. Every kind of loan that you might have, everything you owe to everyone, personal, and even, you owe Joe across the street $50 or something like that, you would put that here. You would put that all here and total it up. And then you take your total of your things that are of value that you own from here, and you subtract out how much you owe, and that number is your net worth. Next, this might take some time to put this together the first time you do it, to pull all your information together, but just do it. Trust me, it's great. It's gonna really help. Okay, you are going to write down exactly how much money you made in the prior month and total it here. Every source of income, including if the government drops $250 in your account for your kids or whatever, you know, every single amount. And then other sources of income, if randomly there's other cash thrown in here. Like this could be up here, it could be your paychecks, and down here could be the IRS giving you some money, or, you know, wherever money comes from. Just put it in there. Anyway, and this is goals. And down here is notes. Pay yourself first so the universe knows that you are worthy. So you have to pay yourself first. It actually means set aside the money for savings out of the money before you pay any debts back. It really means before you start paying debts back, you have to set aside a certain amount of money for yourself, for your emergency fund. So anyway, how we want to spend our money this month, like my kid needs shoes, I need to buy groceries, or I need whatever. Just put down goals. You don't have to put dollar amounts with it on this page, but this is like, this month, this is my priority. That's what goes here. Okay. Over here, each and every amount that gets spent gets listed here. So in the beginning of the month, you have a certain amount to spend. Why is this on this page? I stapled them wrong. Whoopsie. Okay. I stapled one of the pages wrong. I'll fix it later. But anyway, we'll skip ahead and we'll come back to that page one. This page is just stapled in backwards. Okay, not a big deal. So you take your fixed monthly expenses. This is everything with a set dollar amount that you know what it is. I also put in at least enough for how much the electric bill is going to be. So if electric bill on here, I put the electric is typically about $150. I might put $160 here just to make sure it's a little bit flexible. My car payment amount, the amount of the rent or mortgage, and everything that you know, like your cell phones, everything, every single thing. Look at your bank account and fill this out exactly how much came out for those things. Now, your income on this line, your expenses on this line, and your savings goal on this line. And you have to take your income, subtract your expenses, and subtract your savings goal and your spending goal. This is how much money you actually can spend this month. And then divide it by 4. We're going to use 4, even I know months are 4.3 weeks long, but in the 4th week, you can just consider 4 the whole 4.3 week at the end, because we're only going to use 4 weeks. And you can spend that much here. So take this number, say your weekly spending goal is $200. So put $200 up here. And then here, list off everywhere it goes. So say you spent $10, here you'll have $190. And just keep subtracting however much it was and keep your remaining balance until it runs to 0. And if it doesn't, that's okay if it doesn't run to 0. But you feel that will be money that you are free to spend. Okay? And then after your 4 weeks are up and you have totaled how much left and where it went, then you do a monthly review at the end of the month and say, here was what my spending goal was for the 4 weeks. Here is how much I actually spent, and here is what happened. What were the results? Did we meet our savings target? In what ways did we save money? How did we spend too much? what will we change next month? And then here, I like to give myself a reward system here. And it's, you know, stars don't mean anything, but they mean something to me. If I get 11 stars, then I am good. I am happy if I get 11 stars. Yay. So that's how this works. And then you can compare it to the next month, and you should see that the following month, that your net worth number goes up every month, that you can stay on track. I hope you enjoyed my explanation of the Japanese Art of Kakeibo, and it seems to be working for my family. I have altered my book a few times to make it work for us so that it was exciting, and so that our goals were right there out in the forefront of our minds every month, and little things didn't get in the way of that. Please let me know if you like this, if you have anything that you think that I should add to it, or if you think it needs more explanation somewhere. Please let me know in the comments, and I will get this page stapled in properly. Really, I need to take the staples out and just fold here. It's folded this way. I need to fold it this way and drop it in there. I don't know why I did that, but it happens every time, so I think it's my printout. I think my printouts, the pages are in the wrong order. But other than that, let me know when you need another copy, and I'll make you one. Here it is. It says Original Art by Julie Hiltbrunner from Tiny Chick Pottery, Tiny Chick Illustrations. TinyChickPottery.com is my website. It's brand new, and it's got lots of my art on it. If you like to look at my art, there are pages and pages of gallery. You can just scroll down the front page and you'll see a gallery, and you can look through all the pretty pictures of all the doodles that I do. I take commissions, and yeah, and sometimes I make stuff, and this is one of those things that I made.